Hello and welcome to this course. In this video, we are going to see data migration, basically getting data from the on-premises system to the cloud environment. So we will see all the necessary steps required to migrate data from a SQL Server database to a Azure Data Lake Gen2 storage account. It's a practical heavy demo that we are going to see, and all the necessary steps are discussed in detail. So let's see the requirement first, and then we'll go into the practical session. All right, so let's answer this question first. Why many companies are migrating their data to the cloud environment? There are a lot of reasons for that, but the top five, I summarized them here. I mean, basically, companies want to modernize their data infrastructure. I mean, having your data in the cloud environment gives you the capability to utilize a one-lake data lake or lakehouse architecture. That basically gives you the capability to host heterogeneous data types. In today's digital era, most of the data are really various data type, different data type, and they're could be structured data set like the SQL Server tables, or it could be semi-structured like JSON files, or it could also be unstructured like audio files, videos, social media data sets, and so that kind of heterogeneity can easily be handled by a data lake environment. You can dump all kind of data in one lake environment, and you can, I mean, companies can tap from tap into it and extract some value out of it. So that is one of the advantage of getting into the cloud environment. Second, you can minimize your IT expenditure if you go into the cloud environment. Why is that? I mean, basically, you just need to choose your price model in the cloud environment, like pay-as-you-go, for example. And whenever you feel like you need more infrastructure, like server or computing resource, virtual machine, you just need to provision them or virtually rent them out and use it. That is what is needed. I mean, within 5 minutes, you'll get your infrastructure ready for you. The same for compute. For example, you want some clusters or even virtual machines or some compute resource. That is also available within a fraction of a minute. You can either provision it, use it whenever you want to analyze some task. You can use those compute resource, and when you finish working, you can pause it or even decommission it, so you can reduce cost. So you definitely reduce or cut your IT expenditure if you are using the cloud environment. There is no need to to buy any hardware or to maintain. Maintaining on-premises data, on-premises infrastructure is another IT expense. So there is no need for those kind of expenses because all the infrastructure is provided by the cloud provider, and those costs are related to the provider itself. Third, scalability. You can scale up, scale down as per your workload demand. There may be some time during the year that the business is booming, and you want to scale up your server capabilities, also your computer resource, so that the business can move smoothly. So during that time, you can easily scale up your resources. And when that peak season is over, you can scale down. And that's one advantage of getting into the cloud environment. And analytics capability, that's the other advantage of being in the cloud environment. Basically, there are a lot of modern day analytical platforms that can easily connected to the data stored in the cloud environment. Example is like Data Factory, Databricks, or Power BI, Synapse Analytics, or any other AI tools. Those are, most of them are hosted in the cloud environment, and they are seamlessly integrated with data hosted in the cloud environment. So businesses, they want to quickly analyze their data in the cloud environment and make decision out of them, so they can make informed decision about the business progress. So having your data in cloud environment makes you to do advanced analytics, also automate the processes, and do some predictive insights. That is other advantage of having your data in the cloud environment. Last but not least, data security, reliability, and future growth. Cloud providers or data hosted in the cloud has got layers and layers of security, right from the data center security up to the data encryption, data encryption at rest or in transit. All those kind of things are in place if you have got your data in the cloud environment. There is also a built-in geo-replication and also automated backup setup. So, in case if there is any disaster to the data center, then because of the geo-replication, the copy of the data is available in the other region. It can be easily recovered. Also, there is an automated backup system, so business continues smoothly. The future-ready architecture to support growth and innovation. So those are some of the advantage of having your data in the cloud environment. So with this in mind, I developed this course with the objective of incremental data migration from the on-premises SQL Server to the ADLS storage. So all the different steps are discussed in detail in this video. It's a practical, heavy course, and Microsoft Azure gives you a $200 of free subscription, and you can use that option to exercise each and every topics discussed in this video, and maybe exercise each and everything from end to end. So what is the requirement? Let's see the requirement. It's just a very brief two requirement that I've got here. Of course, we have to see the source and destination, and we are going to utilize the Adventure Works database from the on-premises system, and that's our source, and that's going to be transferred into the ADLS storage, the bronze layer of the ADLS storage. There are a lot of resources that we are going to provision to handle these processes, and configure the data migration. Okay, so we also want to ensure only new or changed records are transferred. That is one way to optimize cost and time. I mean, how we can implement this one is that's where the watermark concept comes in. I mean, basically, we want to utilize the date field in the source table. I mean, there is always a data ingestion date or modification date for each source tables, and we want to utilize this date field to detect new or updated records. And ADF, or ETL tool, is going to compare the last modified date from the control table. We are going to create this control table in the Azure SQL database, and this control table hosts the last modified date, which is a watermark value for each tables that are going to be migrated from the on-premises. So ADF is going to compare these two dates and identify a new or changed data and transfer it over to the ADLS storage. So for this, we are going to use the lookup activity. We are going to configure it, and the lookup basically identifies the watermark date or the last modified date, and also the maximum data modification date at the source table. And that will help ADF to detect the new records. We will see all these details in this video, and those are described in detail. This is the architecture. That's the on-premise to cloud migration architecture. Basically, we've got a SQL Server source here, and this is our ETL tool, Azure Data Factory, and ADF get connected to the source system via the self-hosted integration runtime. So we need to configure this integration runtime in our on-premises environment, and that's also demonstrated in this video. Also, we've got Azure SQL database and the Key Vault. This Azure SQL database is for the it's the one which is hosting the control table, and the Key Vault is to store some secrets and some credentials so that ADF can securely get connected to the SQL Server, the source or the destination, via the Key Vault. The destination is the bronze layer of ADLS storage, and this process is basically part one of this course. So we will see the end-to-end process of migrating data from the on-premises system to the bronze layer, and automate the process. And in this part one deals with that. In part two, we are going to utilize the data in the bronze layer and enrich it using either Microsoft Fabrics or Synapse Analytics, and create a curated data set, basically the data in the silver layer. And this is further aggregated to the business-ready data, which is going to be stored in the gold layer. Again, we are going to utilize the Synapse Analytics or Microsoft Fabrics platform for transformation. Finally, we are going to use Power BI as a, and develop some dashboard and serve the data. For data governance, we will use Microsoft Purview and see some of those cataloging and lineage, and that's basically it. That's what we are trying to achieve. So part one is what is covered in this course, and part two is going to be coming up soon. So let's buckle up and be ready. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.